Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought, where once again we're going to be attacking the Convoy with just a destroyer flotilla. Or actually, it kind of depends on how you decide to build, because you can build either a flotilla, one big destroyer, like a destroyer leader as they're usually called, standard destroyers with smaller displacement. You have options. What I want to do is go for a gun runner of a destroyer. So we're going to see how much firepower we can pack onto one of those things. I know it's just 5-inch guns, but I'm trying to target just transports. If the cruiser happens to be caught in the crossfire, it's nice, but it's not a priority. Now the bonus, I'm a little hesitant about. The torpedoes are not bad. Enhanced shell and torpedo technology. So you get a bonus to torpedo tubes, torpedo propulsion, size, shells, and explosives. The other one gives you a sort of overall bonus, including bonus to boilers, which could make me faster, and special machinery, which could make the ship turn faster. I'm going to go for the balance tech. I think that is the more interesting one. Now, obviously, I made a really fast destroyer, and I am going to try and do the same thing here, just not with torpedoes. It's going to be something that's really fast, but has guns. Many guns. As for displacement... You got the Destroyer 3 hull with a displacement of 1500 to 2, and this one has a displacement of 1000 to 1400. So it's definitely a much smaller destroyer. I would prefer a bigger one, and I'm going to upgrade that to have geared turbines. I'm going to go with oil, forced boilers, auxiliary engine 3, and shaft 3. This one is going to give me a bit more acceleration, it's going to give me more turning rate, and the same thing is going to be happening here. I also want to be fast. Fast is good. The ship is overweight. Stop fat shaming my ship. I'll do something about the armor, and that should fix it. Now, 46 knots. Oh, I'm not sure if I can make it that fast. Maybe I'll have to sacrifice a little bit of this. Go with an auxiliary petrol engine. Because otherwise I think I might not be able to fit everything on there. First I'm going to set up these things. I want to have electro-hydraulic turrets. I expect to be moving around a lot. And that also includes turning. So this means that electro-hydraulic turrets will allow my guns to keep on target. I want semi-auto fire. So semi-auto reload. Standard shell should be enough, since I'm just targeting transports. Standard complement of shells. And as for the explosives, I'm going to try that HE stuff. Plus 55% HE shell damage. Or sorry, plus 30% HE shell damage. And plus 55% shell damage. Risk is self-detonation. I have a 37.5% chance of detonating. That is not really something that I'm looking forward to. But hey, if we go, at least we're going to leave a very nice fireball in, in the sea. Look at this. I have absolutely no armor. 0 belt armor. Anybody takes a machine gun to it and can probably sink this destroyer. Range finding. Gun aiming speed I think would be more interesting since I'm going to be closing in. I don't think longer range gunfire... Well, actually, longer range gunfire with a whole bunch of 5 inches could be an option. Acoustics, this is to detect torpedoes. It's not really something that I'm concerned with. And radio direction finding is, again, something that I don't need on this ship. It is going to make my main tower heavier. Same for the secondary tower, should you have one. I'm not going to go with any of this tech. Okay, main tower. Front tower 3. I want to have that on the lower end of the ship. Secondary tower is going to help me with aiming speed and base accuracy. So that for a gunboat destroyer could be vital. One enhanced funnel might not be enough. Since I'm making this ship so extremely fast. There you go, 26% engine efficiency. If I add 2 more funnels... 65%. No, 52. Oh shit. Well, that's what you get when you try to build a destroyer that goes 46 knots. That's the price you pay. Barbettes, not exactly applicable for a destroyer. Now for the guns. A 5-inch here. I can fit a second one. I can fit one on there. On... No, not quite on here. Because there's a funnel in the way. Can I move the secondary island? Because if I can do that and still fit in that 5-inch... and then fit another 5-inch there... Ah, ship is overweight. By 63 tons. Okay. I could sacrifice one funnel. Now I'm not overweight, and I might actually be able to fit another gun in here. It's a little ambitious, but it's... Ah, we're still overweight. This is exactly the right weight. 2,000 of 2,000 cost. 11 out of 13. This is going to be a really weird build. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. I don't think I can fit anything else on here. I mean, I could, if I go with something that doesn't have the same weight. Funnels weigh more. This is 90% funnel capacity. It gives me 25 tons to work with, which is probably not enough. If I go with induced... my engine efficiency drops back to 29%. So I think it's going to have to be forced to keep it at 39. Armor would be nice, but completely impossible. Fuck it, we're going to go. Hold on, I need to have one torpedo launcher? Are you kidding? Why would I need to have a torpedo launcher on this ship? There, now I have a torpedo launcher, but now I'm overweight again. Fine. We're gonna go with one single torpedo tube. Mostly because it's a design demand, rather than something that I would want on this ship. And we're gonna go with a whole 1.3 inch belt armor. One torpedo tube. Good luck firing one of those and actually trying to hit something. What's the rate of fire on these things? We have an 8-second reload, 7.54 rounds a minute rate of fire. Muzzle velocity is good. We are gonna sink some transports, or die trying. Now, one thing I've learned in the previous episode of this game is not to get too close to the transports, because they do tend to be packing. And even a 4-inch, if I'm fighting something that has this little armor, could prove to be lethal. Hold fire. Don't fire any of your torpedoes yet. What's my surface detection? Oh, I didn't look that up. I think it's not too bad. At the very least, this warship, which most likely is their cruiser, hasn't spotted me yet. There's a transport. Look at that. 7% chance to hit. Oh shit. That's getting quite close. At least there's all the transports. 7.5, 8, 9, 13. I will take a 13 chance to hit. Fire. Oh, really? You had your guns trained the wrong way? Why would you go and do something like that? Always pre-aim. That's not even in the same zip code. Do better. There we are. This cruiser here, we're gonna give this guy a run for his money. Literally a run, because he's gonna have to really chase me if he wants to hunt me down. In the meanwhile, this transport, which I still haven't quite identified, at the very least I know it's hostile, is taking quite a bit of damage. And my aim at this point is not even to completely kill them off, just to slow them down. So this one seems dead in the water. Let's switch fire to the other one. And since I'm pretty close, and I also have a pretty good base accuracy, I'm already getting quite a actually really good accuracy for the first couple of hits. 27% chance. penetration chance 100%. And I'm doing all sorts of damage to this transport. It's flooding. It's on fire on multiple locations. It seems to have lost quite a bit of transport capability. And my destroyer is just sailing around at 46 knots, having fun. The cruiser... I haven't heard anything from the cruiser in a while. No, I gotta be careful not to jinx it. This thing has 5-inch guns, secondaries and primaries to 11 inchers. Look at all the smokestacks, though. Hot damn. Top speed, 21 knots. His chances of catching me are really poor at this point. Because I can do more than twice his speed. Doesn't mean I'm invulnerable. But if he gets too close, I can just run away. Something's firing back, and I think it might be this transport. So I think we're going to have to dissuade that guy from doing any further damage. Yeah, it's definitely the transport firing back with a 4-inch secondary. Or maybe in his case, a primary. Where is that thing? Oh, it's right there on the stern. And he also has another one on the bow. Yeah, right. Send a torpedo his way. No? Not going to? Oh, sorry, the torpedo tube is still turning around. Yeah, no, imagine that. Flooding. I really don't want to get hit by these guys. I've already been detonated once. I think once was quite enough. Oh, I did launch a torpedo. Really? Oh, there it is. Right here. That torpedo is going to miss an almost stationary target. If I draw the line, it's going to pass right in front of the bow. Damn. You were unable to hit a stationary target with a torpedo. That's a little sad. I'm still a little confused about the intent of this cruiser. It's like the Yang Wei over here does not quite understand the purpose of convoy escort duty. And as such, it is just merrily cruising around, not doing much of anything. Which works for me. I mean, I'll take your transports any day of the week. As long as that cruiser doesn't come any closer. And if the cruiser maintains those violent maneuvers, it's going to have quite a difficult time trying to get those 11 inchers on target. Whereas I am not really having any issue doing damage. But actually sinking it seems to be something else entirely. Okay, we just launched another torpedo. This thing... Well, this torpedo might hit. The high B Huabai in the stern. Unless he narrowly moves out of the way. In which case it could hit the Haiku. We could always say that we were aiming for the Haiku. Let's not make the ship look any bad. And there's the torpedo hit. Now, to be fair, I have taken my sweet time actually trying to sink any of these transports, and as of yet, I have not sunk any yet. So, it's time to start playing a little bit more serious instead of dancing around. And actually finish off one of these things. That would be lovely. Unfortunately, the 4-inch starts firing back at me. The high buy is unarmed. So this should be your priority. The Haiku. Is this thing armed? No, it's unarmed, and the Zhenbai is also unarmed. Okay, that changes the deal. Let's change speed to full, so we get a bit more aim chance. This boosts your accuracy, because your own cruise speed definitely helps in aiming. There's a 13, 17, 18. I'm almost getting a 20% chance to hit bonus. At this point, though, that cruiser seems to be getting a little too close for comfort. And I think the Haiku is going down. Next target should not be the Hubei, but the Dajulin. Because this one has its engines disabled. Or at the very least, it won't be going much faster than it currently is. That cruiser, though, is coming awfully close. Come on, finish off the Haiku. Come on, you can do it. Destroyed the main gun. Which is nice, but still not a kill. And I have 40 minutes left to actually kill this thing. Cargo storage destroyed, flooding, sunk. Perfect. Alright, can we send a torpedo onto that ship? It's going to be our last. But that's alright. I just need to speed things along a little. But at this angle, it probably won't send a torpedo. Slow down a bit. Look at how much time it's taking to sink this ship. It's only a transport. There you go. The torpedo hit, and I'm officially out of torpedo reloads. Got nothing left. The Haibai seems to be sinking. So let's start chasing down the other ships. I know that the Dajulin is over there. And I think the cruiser is still escorting some of the others. So it's time to head over there. All ahead flank. I know that that's going to sacrifice some of my accuracy, but this thing doesn't need too much more to finish off. Come on, turrets. Swing it around. I still have 700 rounds, so that should be enough. They do make these things pretty tough. I mean, sure enough, I only have 5-inch guns, but this ship is not letting up. If it would just flood to death, that'd be perfect. But it's taking a sweet time doing that. In the meanwhile, my ship is going for the Dajulin. See, I want to chase these things down. I don't want to have to come back for the Haibai. Or the Haibai. What? I lost line of sight? Are you kidding? It's not dead. I refuse to believe that. It's not dead. Because I didn't get a ship sunk message. There you are. Okay, so the torpedo... or the gunboat build seems to be working. But only kind of. Because I'm not really getting the performance out of those guns that I would expect. Maybe I should have gone with super heavy shells. Which, for a 5-inch gun, probably wouldn't have mattered too much. But they might have been able to do some more damage. Because the big question is, can I, in the 30 minutes that I have remaining, actually, there you go, can I actually take out the rest of these transports? And the fight will get more challenging, since I'm also closing on the cruiser. Let's see if this is going to work out. There you are. I'm really looking forward to playing the campaign of this game. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but just having multiple different ships and being able to design multiple different ships and figuring out what sort of mission you want for them and how to build them, then having them actually built and sent into combat, I think that would be very interesting. Okay, it's taking damage, it's flooding, but only slightly. How far is that cruiser? 5.5. Okay, let's slow down the full. Get that accuracy build up again. 45, 46, 47, 50, 55, 60. It's really starting to hurt now. 70, 75. This poor transport. Oh, you're not doing well. It seems to have more flooding damage than structural. I think that is because most of the lower compartments are now underwater. I still need to do... There you go. He's down. Alright, it seems that the cruiser has finally woken up. Which for me is not a good thing. So let's slow down to half. And use that smoke screen again. Hopefully keeping us safe. Start out with a couple of good hits there on the Genbai. Flooding. Oh, we got hurt. I think that was one round? Yeah. That was an overpen for 283 damage. This cruiser's coming way too... What the actual fuck? I got torpedoed. Really? What? And here I was saying that, nah. I probably don't need anything like acoustics, like hydrophone station 1 to detect torpedoes. Who uses torpedoes? Well, the cruiser bloody well does. Well done to the cruiser. Okay, so we know the gunboat build doesn't quite work. What if I build a bunch of very small destroyers? Like, really small ones. Type 2, displacement 1,000 ton. And just build a whole bunch of them. Swarm tactics. If at all possible, I'm going to go without a secondary tower. I'm going to go for a speed of, say, 30 knots. Which is not terribly fast, but it will allow me to at least get more power. And more ships. I'm going to go with, once again, forced. I want the geared steam turbines, and I want oil. It gives me about 300 tons to play around. Actually, 200 tons to play around with. I got no belt armor whatsoever. And I think that's fine, because it probably won't do much. It's going to need a main gun. I'm firing at a transport. Would a 2-inch gun be enough? Fuck it, we're using 2 inches. Why not? I'll take an enhanced funnel. This close to the island probably won't be a problem. Because I doubt that these things are going to be living or going to be alive for very long. A torpedo launcher. And... is there anything else that I want? Maybe give them more torpedo reload. That could help me. I still have about 110 to play around with. How much is this? 500. Yeah, that's a little expensive. I could add one torpedo tube. Can I add another gun? Yes, I can. And another. And another. Some parts are badly placed. Yeah, no shit. Doesn't have any barbettes, unfortunately. I'm still building 4 destroyers. Can I build 5? Oh, my 4 weight is too high? Are you kidding? Okay. 4 2-inch guns. 1 set of torpedoes. And nothing else. Maybe some armor? Holy shit, how much? Oh, that's about it. I can give them 1.5-inch belt armor. Sure. Sure. We're gonna do that. How many reloads do we get? 22 per launcher. Shit. Okay. So we get 8 salvos out of these things. Times 4 destroyers. That is a lot of torpedoes. Because I get 22 launcher, or 22 launches, so I have 88 torpedoes. Okay, that sounds fun. We're just going to torpedo the column, or torpedo the group. Reloads 3.5 seconds. What if I up that to semi-auto? Reload 2.5 seconds. This is going to be fantastic. Super heavy shells. Like, really? Okay, 5 kilometer range. I have a 1.3 inch penetration through the belt. If I go for super heavy, it's going to go up to 2.5, which is actually quite good. That's actually pretty impressive. What about changing it to high TNT? Yep, still 2.5. Do I need acoustics? After last time's performance, I think maybe so. And I want a rangefinder. This is going to help me with just... oh, tricky. Again, stereoscopic or coincidence? We're going to go with the stereoscopic. Standard torpedo propulsion. Or put everything on electric. Yeah. Auxiliary engine. More turret reverse. What is the turret reverse? It doesn't say. Does it say that here? Torpedoes, guns accuracy, 31% base accuracy, that's pretty good. Turning rate, that's the ship itself. Armoring, not quite. Doesn't tell me how fast these things turn around. That might be something that I would want. The electro-hydraulic turrets. Like that. I'm just seeing how far I can push these hulls. No, it's pretty... Oh, there we go. Back to 3 destroyed. I went back to 4. There. Okay, so we got advanced propeller shaft 1 and auxiliary petrol engine 1. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. 4 destroyers from the German Empire against the 5 transports from the Chinese Empire. We got the V1, 2, 3, and 4 in a somewhat unusual formation, I suppose you could say. I want the 2 and 4 to go detach. Oh shit, you're already torping? Are you mad? I don't think you're going to ever hit anything like that. Torpedoes off. I want you to detach. You to detach. And I want... Let's see, I got F1, 2, 3, and 4. I want you guys to be in a division. So how does that work? Alright, that's these two, and I want you to also be in a division. Okay, so we've got 2 torpedo divisions, or 2 destroyer divisions. I want this group to continue that way, and the other group to continue this way. And let's speed things up. In more ways than one. V1. Would you care to join formation at all? Ah, there you go. He was waiting probably for V3, which is currently the leader of this group, to start moving ahead. Now, those torpedoes... This is the 4 torpedoes that they sent out. Let's see. This group. How's your torpedo launcher? You're still reloading. Just start torping. If we can get a cross torp going, That could actually get some interesting results. And since we have plenty of torpedoes, we might as well have some fun with those things. What's your launcher oriented towards? Yeah, it's orienting now, and torpedoes are in the water. The V1 does not quite have an angle. Look at these little guns! Oh, that's cute. With a 2.5% chance to hit. Yeah, right. So far, it has taken some damage. But I don't think that this transport is terribly impressed at this point. Okay, this ship has also sent its torpedoes out. The V4 is still reloading. I'm seeing one torpedo there. I'm not sure where the others are. These are going all over the place. What were you even trying to hit? I wonder. I want you guys to go for that target. And I want you guys to go for the lead transport. Speed it up. I wonder what the cruiser's going to be doing. Holy shit, that cruiser's heavily armed. It has 2 triple-11s. One 5-inch gun. Another 5-inch gun. A 4-inch, a 2-inch, and torpedoes. At a range of 10 kilometers. Right. We're actually doing something here. Oh yeah. So what is that from the perspective of the transport? I think that looks actually rather more intimidating than it probably is. Because sure enough, they're starting fires and they're doing some damage. But as of right now, it's not terribly impressive. But I think it's going to add up over time. Have you launched your torpedoes again? No, not yet. Speaking of, where's the rest of those sets? And what's the other group doing? These. They're very, very slowly picking apart the Chanshui. Emphasis on very, very slowly. Can we just go right alongside this ship? Would that be okay? Because my chances to hit are pretty good. My chances to pen are perfect. I just need to get closer and actually start doing more damage. Well, the cruiser might take offense to that. That's more his issue than mine. I want this group to continue picking off the lead ship. Turn there and slow down to full. You guys maintain speed. And your torpedoes are almost reloaded. V1 has its torpedoes reloaded. Oh! We actually torped one. Nice work, guys. Smoke it up and hold your torpedoes. The V3. Death by 1,000 cuts. Bye-bye. Oh shit. Oh shit, this is not good. This is really not good. Start torping if you can. There goes one. Torpedoes are out-ish on the cruiser. Alright, buddy, you're solo now. We've sunk one of the transports so far. I want the other DD group to come in closer because we're gonna have to. Sometimes I mistake these lines over here for torpedoes. But they're actually not. They're just water, by the looks of it. What's the V1 doing? It's taking some damage. Are these transports all packing now? Yes, they are. So, it's not that the game gives you the same ships to fight against every time. Sometimes, these things are armed, sometimes they're not. I haven't seen any real logic to them yet, so it might be purely random. But it is something that I will have to keep in mind. The game just generates regenerates different ships each time. Let's go for what is this? Eldenbu. Taking flooding hits on the V1. Ow. Oh, you torped it. That should kill it. And there goes the V1. In good news, I've sunk 3 out of 5 transports. I'm working on the other one, which seems to be going pretty quick. And then I need to still catch and kill the Daxagu. Oh shit. Both the V2 and the V4 have taken some damage and are flooding. And he's repaying the favor by sending out a torpedo salvo. There goes the V2. Oh, that was your salvo. It was the V4. Okay. I don't think this attack is going to work very well, unfortunately. Can't go to ×5. Smoke it up. Flooding is under control. And we're trying to take our 2-inch guns and do damage to this cruiser. Which has armor ranging from 1 inch to 7.8. That's something that I'm really not likely to penetrate at this range. Because I'm still at 3.8. And at 3.8, I do about 1.4, maybe 1.7. But there you go, the V4 is flooding. Yeah, this particular way does not work. How about doing it in reverse? Going with all sorts of single torpedo tubes. Because you're sending out a wider salvo that way. I think. Now I can still build 4 destroyers. If I up their torpedo... where is it? Torpedo caliber, 18 inch? No, it's 3 DDs, 4 DDs. Go. I'm going to put this on faster. I'm going to keep it as one group. And we're just going to start sending out torpedoes all over the place. Everybody currently hold your torpedoes. Enemy's been spotted to the north. Like right over there. We have 27 spare torpedoes, 5 per launcher. Reload time, 120 seconds. I have 5 torpedo tubes... 5? 4. What was it again? 5 per ship. No idea if I'd be able to hit that thing. Times to 5. See, if I could just take out that warship, that cruiser, then taking out the rest of the ships might be a far easier endeavor. Sure enough, they might be packing. They might be armed with those 4 inchers, but I still might have a better chance to kill them off. Because I think that trying to hit this cruiser is just pretty pointless. Where's the transports, though? Look at this thing turn. What are you currently doing? Nothing? You're not locking onto any ship yet? Oh, maybe they don't... Maybe it doesn't see me. Although that is probably about to change, since I'm not trying to pepper it with 2-inch guns. Here's a thought. I could try to do a suicide run on it. Just send all 4 DDs right after it. Try to torp it. And then work my way through the transports. Who the hell is firing torpedoes? Oh, that's apparently not a division-wide order. Okay. That's good to know. So you need to set this per ship. Doesn't go for all ships at once. Why is this thing not fighting back? Three points of damage. We're gonna need a little more than that. Ah, transports. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. What you do? No. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it either with everybody together or none at all. V3. Send out your torpedoes if you can. Unless you're feeling confident we can sink this cruiser. But I, for one, am a little hesitant about that. Torp, torp, torp. The V4 is not torping yet, but that's probably down to torpedo angles. I really wonder how these torps are going to work out. Because if past results are anything to go by, they're going to completely miss their target. But they might continue their travel and hit some of the transports behind them. Wow, I actually have a 5.3% chance to pen. That's remarkably good. Yeah, I am not going to hit the cruiser with the torpedoes. That much is obvious. But these might hit that transport. The Hongguang. Looks like we're already starting to lose some of the DDs. He's flooding pretty quick. And the rest are just useless. Another salvo from the V3. There goes one of the transports. You might be shaking your head at how I'm playing the game and going, Jesus, how can you be this bad? The thing is, I'm having fun. Trying to figure out how to actually do this mission, what works, what doesn't work. And just figuring out whether this is something that is viable, yes or no. Looks like the V3 has its rudder stuck. V2 is now taking fire. V1 is fighting back the flooding. And seems to be doing a pretty admirable job at it. I thought we had all these ships detached, but apparently not. V1. If you have torpedoes, send them out. Yep, V1 torped. We did get a fairly good torpedo salvo in on the Hunan, but not good enough. Because it's still half through its flooding. It's not good enough. Did you get your... Oh. No, you can still make speed. You're maneuverable. Good hit. This thing completely had its engines blown up. It's firing another torpedo salvo. The V4 is also firing another torpedo salvo. The V2 is in dire straits and is probably going to sink. I might get lucky and get another torpedo salvo from the V3. Oh, there we go. That's a transport dead. Unfortunately, one of my torpedo salvos is going to slam again into the transport. We hit the cruiser again. Are those torpedoes going to hit that transport? That'd be perfect. I'm not even sure if that's what they were aimed at. Yep. One hit. At this point, I'm actually quite surprised that all of the destroyers are still alive. I thought that it would be dead at this point. Can we get the torpedoes? Actually, no. Hold, 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 hold. Go for the cruiser. Another torpedo hit on the cruiser. The cruiser is trying to return the favor, and now I can see the torpedoes coming. Another salvo from the V1. Hopefully this is going to finish it off. Oh, and another salvo hits. There goes the cruiser. Another salvo hits the Wu-Wai over there. This is such a chaotic fight. Where's the V... I was wondering where one of my destroyers went, and it's completely gone off course. Cruiser is sinking. Holy shit, I did it. That actually worked. So the big question is, can we now actually finish these things off in time? Here's another torpedo salvo, seemingly aimed at the Yixing. Are we going to finish this mission? Are you kidding? Come on, speed up. Run into the torpedo, and no. Right in front of the bow. Not by a large margin, but large enough. And now I have no torpedoes on the V4, no on the V1. I have some on the V3. Who is once again eating a torpedo. I need the V1 to intercept the Chiun. There goes the Yixing. I think it might actually work out. Surprising as is. Even more surprising, no ships of mine have been sunk. Which is really quite amazing, considering how bad these things have been taking hits. And how little armor they had. So this might actually work. This Chiun over here. Is this the last one? Sinking. Yeah, we did it. Believe it or not. Mission complete. Swarm tactics. Just not with the guns, but with the torpedoes. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, and I shall see you guys soon for another one of these.